Hi, good afternoon. Samantha from Soul Pathways. I hope you're doing good. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. You made it halfway. That's a fabulous thing, I guess. I was trying to get away with not doing anything today, but I keep getting advised that I need to. Community update. I keep hearing update, update, update. Everywhere I go, update, update. Seems Dad wants me to do these more regularly. So we've been in cahoots over that. Nevertheless, I'm Samantha Lee, and I'm going to rename these to, this is just going to be my long journey home, my long walk home. It is my unconditional love story, but it's also a spiritual story, okay? For those of you who are new, check out episode number 2. It will help you decide whether or not you want to continue watching, okay? I just rewrote the description. That might help also clue you into whether or not you want to watch, okay? I swear, but it's another thing I'm in talks with God about. I am vocalizing, and I am going to start working towards quitting. That's it. Quitting swearing. So we are going to start pairing it off, and yeah, I'm not perfect, so I don't expect that it's going to be like the smoking and the drinking, especially since I'm surrounded by people who love to push buttons, but it's definitely something I am going to work towards. It's it's the worst it's ever been, but I know exactly why. 3:21 on my timer, 3, 2, 1. So it's like a liftoff, right? Did you see that rocket? 3, 2, 1. So we're having liftoff on the no swearing. Anybody else want to set a goal and join me on something small? Just one goal, because it's something that I've been working on. I actually was looking into, not looking into, just reaffirming how to develop habits, and you know, it takes 30 days to develop a good habit, blah blah blah, and you know, writing down things, simple things to do to encourage it, like the 30-day challenge and things like that. But you know, before I get rolling any further, I want to just, I think I'm going to, I know I've never done it before, but I'm going to right quick thank God. So you don't have to join in, but I'm going to. And just for those of you who don't know, I call God Dad. Dear God, Dad. And I got a window. I look outside because I see him outside. Today we come as we are, tired, hopeful, raw, curious, lost, guarded, yet open. Meet us in the truth of our lives, not the version we think we need to perform in. Make this space gentle enough for tenderness, honest enough for healing, and wide enough for every story here, for we are all unique, needed, and valuable, yet all connected under you. Where there is pain, bring comfort. Where there is fear, bring understanding and peace. Where there is confusion, bring clarity. Where there is division, teach us unity, and listen with and to listen with love, with the intention of learning, growing, and healing. May we leave room for silence, for questions, for forgiveness, for differences, and for grace. Please, Dad, guide my words today. May there be more of you and less of me. May the words that I speak reflect you and the truth that comes from my heart. Please also hold each of our hearts in your hands, and let whatever is good, true, freeing, and loving touch our lives and our souls, changing us in the most beneficial ways now and always. Thank you, Dad. I love you always. Amen. I ain't gonna lie, today's been hard. And I hate starting things like that, but the truth of the matter is we have hard days. It's what you do with them that matters most. Problem is for me is I have a lot more hard days than I have easy days. And like I told Dad, it's really bad when my hard days are made hard intentionally. So, I wrote something sometime back. I'm just going to read it. Power of words. Words. That's how I started it. Words. It's all I hear. It's all I see. It's all I've gotten. It's not enough for me. I ask and they say, it shall be received. I surrendered my life, woes and all, even to get beyond the fantasy. They call them laws. They say, it's coming for sure. If you surrendered it all, then it'll be taken care of. That's for sure. Quite simply, I have been waiting on this here sand, watching the sun rise and fall for years. It feels that it's gotten out of hand. I don't really know when it happened, but as I've sat alone, the days passing by, the years on my body have shown. And yet I sit and I wait as I lose everything I once loved, the family, the security, the friends, the kindness, the jobs, the finances, all gone. Whittled away with the tide and the waves, leaving nothing left for me now, just tears, silence, longing, and a barrage of other emotions depending on the day. I'll sit here on the sands and wonder why my life is this way. I was promised so much in that contract after all, and none of it has come true yet. Why have I taken such a hard fall? Well, none of the good stuff that was taken, and the bad stuff, well, that came through. It sucked. I survived, never rewarded, never celebrated. I tried to get my story out, but nothing happened. Once again, silence. Guess the universe didn't mean that I was chosen after all. And here we are, still with words, meaningless words. Another just poked up while writing this. Rebirth and aura and God and jump. Now again, I have no idea what any of this means or what it's asking me to do, but I have already told God that I am going to follow through. That isn't what I wrote originally, because this was wrote some months back, and I was depressed as hell. But I am going to follow through, because I don't feel the same. But your words are powerful, and this I know. And authentically, I felt very much left behind. And it is my story. This is still true to some degree. Doors shut for a reason. Lessons need to be learned, and then some people think that they have a right to shut doors that they don't, and they get in trouble for it. And other times they try to push doors shut and they get in trouble for it. And they try to delay other people's doors and they get in trouble for it. And that's what's happening for me. Like anything. Where your attention goes, energy flows. You always have to be mindful of that fact. I woke up having not the greatest of days. But I wound up changing that. I got help today. First time in a long time. And I'm so grateful. I cried. 12:12 on my timer. Actually, 13:13. I don't know how I'm blind. So neither is a misnomer. Yeah, you know, I don't know why I keep being drawn to it. I'll tell you that. Over the weekend I channeled like a famous person. It could have been right on the 8-8 portal, but it could have been on 8-9 too. And it was only for a minute or less. But Robert Downey Jr. came through. Higher self. I can channel anybody. Just anybody. Do you know that man has been through so much shit? That man has had his dick knocked in the dirt. And he came through basically to say, get up. If this is as far as you've fallen, there's always room to grow. He's an Aries, right? I'm thinking he is. Because I wrote a card on him, and I keep being pulled to it. Remember that just because you hit bottom doesn't mean you have to stay there. Get up. Now, I'm not going to say I channel stars all the time. Only 3 so far, or 4. Einstein, Marilyn Monroe, Robert Downey Jr. I have felt some others, but they haven't pulled through. Unless you consider, like, religious icons as stars. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway. I guess at the end of the day, point of the matter is, no matter how hard it gets or how far you fall, you can always rewrite your story. You can always keep going. And no matter what other people think they're capable of, they are not capable of forever holding you back, because nobody has the power to control anybody else. There will come a time when they will get their dicks knocked in the dirt. Karma is a massive bee. Sure is. It doesn't matter to me if you believe me or not. You're probably somebody who's gonna get it. Because I hear people snickering. I don't care. This is how much I care. Because I'll be long gone when you're the ones getting your asses chewed. I will. Mark my words. I'm a truth speaker. I'm a whistleblower. The other thing, it's here. I've been getting a lot about an illusion tube. You guys have done a fine job of fucking up social media, excuse me. You really have. Class A bunch of clowns in there. I'm literally devising a list of authentic readers as we speak with Divine. I kid you not. So, just saying. Tell your little homies and girls. And I know everybody likes to think, yes, we're born with these gifts. Yeah, but guess who gave them and activates them? And if you're not using them correctly, if you're using them incorrectly to harm other people, guess who's going to lose them? So we've got some readers online that are just, there are some really crazy things. Some really crazy messages coming through. I mean, really crazy. In my life, before now, I never, I never needed to really go on like I do now. But I go on now because of a conversation I'm having with God, with Dad. The moment the gang stalking started, illusion tube was developed. The quality of YouTube went down the fucking tubes the very moment gang stalking started. I have no idea. It's like, the hell? It's like second class YouTube. All the good readers up and disappeared, like overnight. Some stayed. But a lot of them left, and I think they're the ones that are like, yeah, I'm not into all that gang stalking shit. They didn't sign the contract, so they left. The ones that did stay, some got tortured. And then all of a sudden there's a floodgate of fake readers coming in. Or karmic readers. Now we got readers out there. And these are readers that were all about talking about the Hunger Games. Remember that, folks? From when I was being harassed while working for DoorDash, where you were intentionally siphoning money and bullying and stalking and harassing me while I worked. Well, you should. I still have all those videos. All of them. Hundreds. I'm led to believe that there's, like, give me 1 second. I gotta plug my phone in. Like a secondary, has to be a secondary YouTube. I can't imagine that YouTube just decided to lower its value like this. But it might have. I mean, has anybody seen the quality of the ads on YouTube? I mean, where there used to be like normal ads about Tide, dish soap, and stuff like that. Now they're like people pulled off the street to do acting in ads about toilet bowl cleaners and hemorrhoids. Just saying. Basically, you're picking on me about all the things you either want me to have or that you think are wrong with me, and you want me to think are wrong with me too, and I don't. Because I love myself. Like my stretch marks. Like my flabby butt. Folks, I love my body. You can go F off. There's a bridge close by. Go jump off of it. That's what I got for you. Your ads are for you, not me. They speak more about you than me. So do these karmic readers who are now, you know, talking about, well, first it was the Ice Queen, and now it's how the Ice Queen's turned into a meanie and a monster. I don't know if that's me or not, but Really? Because it's mental warfare, right? Mind games, mind fuckery. Who are you trying to mind fuck today? Yourself. Nobody here is stupid. It's my favorite bird, though. And I've given it twice today. And like I told other people, and I'll tell you, being a Queen of Swords versus a Queen of Cups, because I'm actually an Empress and a High Priestess and the Hierophant. I'm all of them. Because I'm a single parent who does everything on her damn own. I choose who to be soft with. That doesn't make me cold. That makes me discerning. And just because the choice isn't you doesn't make me a bad person. It just means you haven't proven to be somebody I can trust to be soft with, because you've never handled me with care or shown me reciprocity, have you? Or are you now? Calling me or anybody names and making fun of them? I learned a long time ago you don't judge books by their covers. You respect all people. You're not mean to people. You treat the janitor like you would a president. I don't do people the way you do people. We are not the same like that. I see people based upon their actions now. Or in the past, but now. Because I am a mirror and an activator. I don't like being an activator, but it's something that's unconscious. I don't do this on purpose. You think I would choose this for my lot in life? Trust me, it's unconsciously done. And if you're finding that my light rubs you the wrong way, that's because it's reflecting back to you the places in you that need to be healed. And so you're not liking what you're seeing about yourself. And basically what it is if in me you're seeing things you don't like, that's the stuff in you need to heal. So if you have a problem with that, I don't know, maybe I'm too poor for you, then you have a problem with money. Or if it's my looks, then you have a problem with vanity in your own looks. Get healing it. If you have a problem with relationships and cheating, then heal that shit. How about fidelity? That's another one I seem to get a lot about. Then heal the fact that you can't keep yourself from cheating. Or you're afraid your partner's going to cheat. Heal it. That has nothing to do with me. None of this shit has anything to do with me. Do you ever go into the bathroom and yell at the mirror? and say, you fucking thing, I look like a fucking fat ass because of you. And then break it? Like, I mean, for fuck's sake. I'm a mirror. I don't choose to be. God made me that. Problem is, I'm a mirror who's also got feelings. And a lot of them. Hidden in plain sight, I'm a lot more than meets the eye, as you've come to find out. As I've come to find out, since you've had me a sleeping beauty for so long. And I'll say this right here. I am a good person. That's why I have this heart here, over my heart. I'm a good person with a pure heart. I have a phoenix tattooed on my back that says, despite it all, I will rise with love, right on my back, up my spine. Despite it all. Maya Angelou. I added the with love. So me and her, we work together. Me and Maya. People got me all fucked up. I am Native American. I don't care what you are. You black, you're my sister. You Indian, you're my sister. You're Puerto Rican, you're my sister. You're Spanish, you're my sister. I don't care, brother. I don't care what you are. If you're a good person, you're mine. And I'm yours. Because it isn't about any of that. When God created us, He created us all equal in His likeness. But I'm not a monster. And neither is anybody else who's ever been abused. As one abuse victim, if they ever feel like they're a monster. When you see a person respond after abuse, what you're seeing is their abuse responding. I don't expect a bunch of people that aren't counselors or even counselors to understand, because they haven't had that experience. And that was part of my problem with the counseling gig. That's probably why God put me through so much. So I could say, you know, I've walked that road. There were roads I wouldn't walk. There are things I have not done. I haven't killed a person. I haven't fucked a prostitute. I won't. I won't gangbang. You won't catch me dead having sex with multiple partners. I mean, please. I have dignity. However, in the same breath, there's a part of me that goes, I'm not judging you. Who am I to judge anybody? I'm a nobody to judge anybody. Because I sit here as a soul and I say, we came here to have fucking experiences to expand ourselves. To the person who sits in a bathroom with a fucking belt and a rusted out needle and a spoon and a fucking lighter and a shaky hand. to the person who throws fucking something in somebody else's drink when they're not looking and dopes them up to have sex with them. Yeah, baby. That's nice. Even to the perv on the computer with all those underage pictures that can get them off all the time, day and night. It's not my gig. It's not my soul. But I guarantee it's soul growth. We come to Earth School for various soul growth lessons. Can you imagine being that kid who gets abducted? What lessons do you think that kid's learning? How about the one who gets raped? What do you think about that kid? How about the young teenage lady who is tortured and then raped and then left to die? What do you think about that? Or the people who are made homeless and then sold into the sex trade? What do you think their souls are learning? How about this? What about all these children who are starving to death everywhere? What about the children in hospitals that are born with fucking diseases and illnesses that are killing them right off the top? Some of them because their parents are hooked on drugs. How about people who have addictions so bad that they're giving each other diseases because they cannot seem to stop? What do you think these lessons are? What do you think the lesson is? What about the group of individuals at the top who somehow have the information of all the local, I don't know, people they're going to target, low-class people they're going to target, and then they begin to target them one after another like they're fucking hounds and take everything from them? What do you think their soul lessons are? And these are people that are respected by the community, yet they're criminals. Nothing but straight fucking criminals that need to be put in prison. But they care more about their hair and their wallet than they do these people they're basically and intentionally murdering insidiously. All of that is happening in this society right now. And so much more. Aren't you so happy to be a part of Earth School? I'm a victim of this right now. And boy, did they pick the wrong one to fuck with. Guess I picked a bad day to try to quit swearing. I promise I'll try again. 4000 on the timer. My father says that's okay. We'll try again tomorrow with 3 zeros in a row. Google, what is the spiritual meaning of 000? And you'll see what he was saying to me. Fours are about protection and stability. He's got me. I'll tell you right now. We're all here for a reason. If you're on Earth School, you're here to grow. Some of us grow up, and some of us grow down. Somehow I wound up on the underbelly of this fucking planet. I was on the top side, and somehow I got targeted and brought down below. It's crazy. But that's what meeting all the wrong motherfuckers does. Then again, my ancestors are here and God tells me it was always meant to be this way. I was always meant to take you all out. It looks like I'm gonna have to. You guys won't stop playing with fire. I noticed you're back to your stupid ass antics. I mean, it's like you just started, you didn't know what to do. So you're replaying the same stuff with the gang stalking that you started in the beginning. All over again. It's like, what the Sorry about that. My phone ran out of storage. Oh my God. Well, actually, you know, when shit like that happens, you know it's just because you're embarrassed. You don't wanna. You know, I happen to know, I know you guys too well to know what the interferences mean. And had I not had the way to get out of that, you would have succeeded. But I did have the way out of that. So, anyway, enough of that. I want to talk about false narratives. Yeah, and illusions. They're not fun. There's been a lot of mind games. And part of the torture of these crimes against humanity are mind games. Trying to get me to believe things that aren't real. And it's not just me, it's all the people that have to endure this, all the chosen that are enduring this kind of horrendous crimes. Just horrendous. Punishable by the law. I mean, I was actually looking that up. Oh my God. Did you guys even realize what you're in for? What a treat you guys are in for. It's nuts. From RICO all the way to crimes against humanity, transnational laws. Oh, nevertheless, you know, the systematic attacks are crazy, but illusions and false narratives that you want to spin around and put back on to me. We're going to go ahead and nip that shit right in the bud right now. Since I was a kid, I was always told I would have love. Not just any kind of love. The love of a lifetime. The kind, I mean, as a kid, you can only imagine I was really little, so I was shown castles and knights on horses and things of that nature. I mean, I liked princes and princesses and shit. I was a little girl, but I still got a little girl inside. We all have little boys and little girls. They don't die. I'm just speaking from a psychological perspective now. However, we like to kill them off, but they really don't die. Nevertheless, so as I got older, I was made aware that it was part of my soul contract to have that. And, you know, in my 20s, I attracted in, for the first time ever, the terminology twin flame. I didn't even know what the fuck it was. What the fuck's a twin flame? That's the first time I ever heard it. In my 20s. I was at Oakland University and I'm Googling that shit like, what the fuck's this? I was very interested and I wanted to know. Because I was somebody who was all about love. Wanted to know. Had to know. I wanted to know everything about it. So I had to dig in and what's the difference between twin flame, soulmate, and and then now I'm like, what's a kingdom spouse? And had to know all about all the differences and then doing spreadsheet and shit. No, I'm joking. I didn't go that far, but really in my head I'm like, but you know, bottom line is, if it's brought to you, there's a reason. I didn't know back then. But, you know, it was highlighted in my life because I was meant to have and meet a twin. You're not gonna have that introduced into your life if that's not gonna be a part of your life. You just won't. And that's okay. That's not your journey this go round. And you're probably not even on this video. You probably, who knows? And that's cool too. Because there are tons of things out there I'm not included in. And I know nothing about it. And that's cool beans. There was love. And there was money. Now, and they were tied together, but I didn't, you know, growing up with God as your dad, I wasn't aware of how it all worked. Even working with God, I didn't know how working with God all worked because I'm not religious. I don't do it like that. Imagine my surprise when I realized that God was only giving me little breadcrumbs of information at a time. And And then people were doing all they could to make sure I didn't remember it, didn't understand it, and they did everything they could to take it from me. Just saw a gnat fly by. Gang stalker. Gnats to me are gang stalkers because they're sent by them. I never had a gnat in my life or a roach until gang stalkers. 8:08 on my timer. So, why am I bringing any of that up? Because false narrative and illusions has to do with love. New Edition seems to be playing in my head these days. Cool it now. Ooh, watch out. You're gonna fall in love. Who remembers New Edition? Oh my god. 1980s. Michael Jackson. As a child. And now I'm hearing, Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. Do you really think you're going to stop me from telling this story about illusions and everything? No. Robert and Benjamin Harris. I will not stop. Mr. Telephone Man, no. You can corrupt all my fucking phones, you can corrupt all these fucking files, and I will keep recording it. Why? You can't stop what's up here. It's all right here. And here. And here. And here. And as long as I have breath in my fucking lungs and a heart in my chest, I will fucking speak my truth. You fucked up. At the end of the day, you fucked up. You don't think that I know that you stole my identity so you could forge my name on marriage documents to a woman who's claiming to be me? So you married a Samantha so you could take my inheritance and claim it as your own? Right? 16 million, right? That's what you said? Then you owe me $16 million because I'm Samantha Eagles. And I want my fucking money, Benjamin Harris, Harold, Benjamin, whatever the fuck your fucking name is. Pay up, bitch. See ya in hell.